And on this episode of Where Are the Sequels, we have this from Comic Book News. Marvel's silence on Deadpool and Wolverine makes no sense. Where are the follow-ups? I made a review of Deadpool and Wolverine. I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all. I it was entertaining at times. Obviously, the chemistry between Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds is what you're signing up for. You want to see Deadpool and Wolverine go through all these fun antics, but it was kind of a dumb movie. I don't really understand what the plan of Parallax, if that was his name was, Matthew McFadden's character. I don't really know what his ultimate goal was. To recruit Deadpool to do what? Deadpool's not that powerful. I really don't understand. I see a lot of these, make a team out of $100. Each person has a different number set to them. Deadpool, I'm never picking him. He regenerates. That's literally it. His bones are not made of metal. I think there's a comic book series where it's like he kills the entire MCU. How? What, like a virus or something? Because he ain't one-on-one in anybody. I don't know. I'm kind of curious of that one. But it doesn't matter how I feel about it. The movie made $1 billion. Good on them. Hugh Jackman looked great in the suit. It did a lot of things right. It was a lot of cameos. Obviously, that was a big thing. It would be nice to see a Gambit spinoff or get to see, I forgot his name, honestly, playing Gambit going forward. I think he's going to have a nice fight scene in Doomsday, so that'll be interesting. Are we going to then get an X-23 spinoff? Is she going to be in more things after that? It looks like a lot of good things might come out of this movie. But why haven't we gotten anything? You would think after the years and years of Marvel these past few years, where everything was garbage, everything was maybe not like just garbage stuff, underperforming. It was so many movies did not do well. Captain America 4 didn't do well. Thunderbolts didn't do well. Fantastic Four did not do well. You're not going to make the Young Avengers. That's going to be just a pit of money they're going to set on fire. I forgot what other stuff came out before that, but who honestly cares? Who actually remembers what came out before that? None of it did well. And then finally, in the distance, you have one movie that not only did well, but made $1 billion. I think Ryan Reynolds should be partially in control of Marvel. I can't believe I'm going to say that. Yes, I believe after that movie came out, because he was heavy in the making of that movie. Of all the Deadpool movies, they've all done financially well. After these movies came out, after Deadpool and Wolverine came out, I would have sat down with Ryan Reynolds and said, okay, I think you should maybe take the lead for a little bit. Because you know what to do. Not necessarily make a Deadpool movie, but just, do you want to write a Gambit movie? Do you want to make an X-23 movie? Do you want to take a shot at Blade? Wouldn't that be interesting with all the times that Blade so far, the rewrites and the directors dropping off and they're completely overhauling this thing? I don't know if this is true or not. The movie Sinners, the costumes that were used in that were made for the Blade movie. And since the movie wasn't being filmed, they just gave them to the cast of Sinners to use. I would honestly sit down with Ryan Reynolds and say, okay, Blade is what I'd like to have next in theaters. Can you make a Mahershala Ali Blade movie? Can you sit down and write it? You think Ryan Reynolds would say no to that? Do you think Ryan Reynolds would say, no, that's not my thing? If you told him, we are going to give you the absolute 100% privilege of writing a Marvel movie, producing a Marvel movie, telling us what we're doing wrong. You don't think he would do that? That'd be kind of interesting, right? If you told him, okay, the X-Men, we're looking to make a jump into the X-Men, what would you do with this? You don't think he would at least sit down and consider it? I remember it was a weird thing. It was the actress that played Miss Marvel, and she had some quotes about how you could make the MCU better and all these things. And when it came out, everyone said, oh, wow, she's making a lot of sense. How come she didn't have these creative notes when her TV show came out? And it was the lowest watched Disney Plus Marvel show out there. Where was all this insight when the Marvels came out? Yes, I understand. If I was in a position like that, where I'm being paid to act in stuff that's not doing well, I would shut my mouth entirely. Especially from an unknown actress getting a massive opportunity? No, I'd say nothing. But more importantly, I wouldn't sound like I know everything after it flopped. 2 products in a row. Oh, I'm sorry. 3, because I have another video coming out. I don't know if it's going to come out before or after this one, where the Marvel Zombie shows that she starred in flopped. So you have 3 Miss Marvel projects with the same actress. All didn't do well. Maybe we should give the reins to someone who knows what they're doing. Maybe Hugh Jackman should be involved. Like, you're telling me that Hugh Jackman didn't have any creative notes whatsoever in making all these awesome Wolverine movies? You're telling me at no point did they say, oh, maybe Hugh knows what he's talking about? Yes. The more I think about it, I would have given 100% of control to Ryan Reynolds. And you know what? He might have turned this thing around. But if you could think, I'm just trying to think, what other fun team-ups or fun movies that we didn't get to see that we possibly could have gotten under him? Let me know what you guys think. I'm a little bit curious. What is a cool idea? You think? Well, let me stop for a second. You think if Ryan Reynolds was in charge of Marvel, we get the Wonder Man TV show? That hasn't even come out yet. I am so annoyed about that because I'm going to say a statement that I don't think anyone else in the world has ever said. I think Wonder Man might be my favorite superhero because I have an action figure from the Avengers TV show, and that's like my favorite action figure of all time. So when I heard Wonder Man TV show, like, oh wow, this is going to be so awesome. And then it's like, okay, you're a washed up actor that's race change, and I just don't care. Ryan Reynolds will look at that and be like, no, that's not happening. The goal is to make money, guys, not lose it. You do understand that, right? In his typical charismatic way. So yes, looking at everything he did with Deadpool Wolverine, even though I wasn't a big fan of the movie, I can still say, wow, you made $1 billion. Good job. Maybe you guys should just run this thing back to the end of time. But in the end, what do you guys think about that?
Hosanna in the heights. Now I see it clear. The path to glory right through fear. He came to die, not rule with might. A lamb who walks into the night. Hosanna in the shadows still. He came into the Father.